recently learned about what the else when my company volleyball. I don't know how to play it. Something like that. First of the volleyball is fun. Play it, it's fun. But if the team is bad, I it's really not that fun at all because all the points go to my opponent. So sometimes if like good and the opponent are good as well, so the rally can get more longer and fun. So that's why sometimes volleyball is fun. Play. I play volleyball, learn how to pass, pass, other things that I learned. Big, how do I receive by passing? Really learn pass to my center. Also, focus on center. So I thought when I look at this, so libero is like memorizing all the ball that is in the player run to the ball. Look like impossible. So that's why I focus on passing. Usually when the second ball is in the center, I always grab the end. That that I learn I really want to feel like how to strike. Because of my shortness, I cannot strike at all. When I jump, my my finger is top of the net. And that's only for the girls' net, not the boys' net. That's why I'm ashamed of myself. And usually libero are short and I'm very solid, but still it is okay. I felt cool. And I was playing volleyball. My teacher at work tell me there was a so my teacher asked me all the time that on Tuesday go home, go up, go to this section who's gonna be the team of I was not that confident. Okay, but when I played, I was picked, but as like
The backup
yes,
substitute. Okay.
and we look for the for not the first team. I was happy for it, but only for 1 week. Because things tell about the while every day we practice. It's like morning in the so hot, like burned by the skin or black colors. Still, it was fun. I got to play uh, and also like the competition. There was a girl, well, and the girls are very, very good at the plastic of the there is of that team, the that government that team, other teacher. So when the girls play, they got awesome fun and we came like like teacher said that the girls are very weak. Boys is still very and then all the children. So the but very prepared for the but sadly we met the who have the winners of the prize. So when we play the first one we lose by 5 points of opponents and then the second one they'll lose by 6. Still, even though we still lose by points was still close even though we only trained for a week. But they only trained for a couple of months. That's why it's still going to go lose. But then stay in there for one till 4 p.m. He stayed there and a couple of my friends were forced to go home by headmaster headmaster better to watch school. So they was literally I thought that my teacher have to go to the jail and what how like brutal story is.
What is the story?
So anyway, my teacher is like a tomboy and now so one time when her brother was find someone in the street, uh, she literally found someone and grabbed by I think it was grabbed on his third punishment of her brother of him of her and grabbed her by but still it was so interesting. There was many stories like related to that. Oh,
Okay. This is interesting because the question evolved from which sport do you want into less than sport, which is volleyball, and more about what happened during a competition. But that's fine still. Um, okay. One question regarding this volleyball: do you actually like it, or is it not really something you are into?
I Maybe, but usually
So,
more.
so it is actually um, a secondary. You still prefer volleyball, football than volley. All right, now moving on, I have to you some questions that are not exactly related to whatever you are talking about at first. Um, so you know that from your experience, you mentioned that for playing volleyball, you suck at first, but thanks to your teacher, now you can at least do it, although you cannot spike because you are too short. Yes? Okay. Um, there has been a stereotype, but not exactly a stereotype, it is kind of a fact that in order to obtain knowledge, children would need to get those things from their teacher or any other media, basically. Like with the advance of technology, not only teachers, they can learn from YouTube, they can learn from Google, and they can learn even from AI, and so on and so on and so on. But this actually diminishes or reduce the function of what we know as books. So, in this modern era, do you think children can still learn a lot from books, or is it sorry is our books are doom? Are books doom in the first place since the very beginning?
Yes, maybe that's that's appreciate. But sometimes some books are not for really like this was learning, but in a fun way. Like story was like very but actually it was very small. But it's based on the book are easy, but many books are pages, so that's on the book.
So you think books are still equally important, basically? Mm. Okay. Um, that's about books, but I am interested to hear your opinion on the what we call it, on the cell phones, because you mentioned that nowadays your generation also uses internet to access knowledge more than just books. But following this trend, books also have transcended, quote unquote, to become a more accessible tool, which we usually know as electronic books or ebooks. So, in that regard, what are the advantages of ebooks in your opinion? What?
But
the advantages of ebooks are only because of its accessibility. The function is the same as books. Hmm?
I thought you should use English for
Okay, interesting. One last one. No, not one last one. Sorry. If books, if books are the source of knowledge, ebooks are also a source of knowledge, and it is a much simpler form of it. So, when you learn ebooks, when you learn from books, your body and your mind starts to grow even further, which now is the source of why people make their own businesses, right? So a lot of people now want to have a business of their own that they can run and they can take care of. So the question is, why do these people like to run or make their own business?
maybe problems were there was a way to stop it and learn from the book. And many people know problems and how to solve it, but don't want to do it. But the book is anything try to do it. Works with
And okay, that's an interesting way to look at it. But how yeah, these people, they like to run their own business because they, as you said before, they like to get inspiration from reading the books and so on and so on. Yeah. Okay. Um, this is interesting because, let's say, at first we can conclude that it is all about money, right? But to tell the truth right now, it's not just about money because we see celebrities doing it. Celebrities that are already wealthy and famous, they still want to run their own business. But regardless of business, celebrities, as you know, make a lot of money and are relatively famous, right? So, but of course, before this, they start from nothing. So the question is, how does someone become a celebrity?
this facilities available. Sometimes only for fire
Mm-hmm.
to model they didn't mind about their race, but they good at it. Happen how good at that are. So it's based on what they choose, what's the uh, what they choose.
Okay. So it all depends on the person. What are they famous about? So we have to lean on one aspect basically. Okay. Okay. Last one. Let's say you have mentioned that celebrities become who they are because of something they are good at or something they excel. Um, with that in mind, do you think children should actually learn from celebrities in terms of everything, from morality, character, dreams, or activities, even? You think children should learn from them?
Because some of that just and it's the learn from that street. First of all, they really want to be they have a role model for that. I have to do what they want. It's not that feel very bad people that are that
Okay, then, all right, I think.